Hello friends, welcome to my channel. It's Gargi, and today we are going to start a new chapter, lesson number 7, Skeletal and Nervous System in Science. So let's get started. Vocabulary words: skull, sternum, floating ribs, spinal cord, vertebral column, humors, femur, girdles, floppy, bone marrow, cartilage, ligaments, pivot, gliding, cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla, sensory, stimules, reflex, cornea, optic, nostrils, waves, and pupil. What is a organ system? Organ system work together so that our body can function normally. Skeletal system. The skeletal system is the framework of bones that give support to our body. There are 206 bones in an adult human skeletal. Skull. The skull protects the brain and generally contains 22 bones. The movable lower jaw enables us to talk and eat. Rest of the bones are fixed. The upper and the lower jaw have teeth. Rib cage. Ribs are thin and curved bones that form a cage in the chest called the rib cage, which protects our heart and lungs. There are 12 pairs of ribs inside our body. Sternum, a long bone at the center of the chest which holds the rib from the front. Floating ribs. The last two pairs of ribs are not attached to the sternum and so are called the floating ribs. Backbone. The backbone is made up of 33 small bones called vertebrae, which protect the spinal cord. The backbone is also called the vertebral column. A question. Let's discuss. It would have been nice if my backbone were made up of single bone. Would you agree? I never agree because if our backbone will be only one backbone there, so when it will broken, so what I can do? Limbs. There are two types of limbs, upper limbs and lower limbs. What is upper limb? There are two types of upper limb, upper arm and lower arm. Lower limb. There are two types of lower limb, upper leg and lower leg. The upper arm is made up of single bone called humors. It is joined at the elbow to a pair of the bones that form the lower arm. The upper leg is made up of the single bone called femur or the thigh bone. It is the longest bone in the body. The lower leg is made up of two bones that join the femur at the knee. Girdles. Girdles are ring-like bony structures which connect the skull and vertebral column to the upper and lower limb. Two girdles. There are two girdles, shoulder girdle and hip girdle. Shoulder girdle. It connects the upper limb to the body. It is made up of the collarbone and the shoulder blade. The hip girdle connects the lower limb to the body. This is the picture of the hip girdle. So this is the joint from which the upper leg is joined to the hip girdles. And this is our shoulder girdles. And there is the this is the shoulder blade and this is the collarbone. Let's discuss what would happen if there was no bone in our body. Let's see what will happen. Question: list important function of the skeletal system. Answer: the skeleton gives shape and support to our body. Without the skeleton, our body would be floppy like a jelly. Second part: different part of the skeletal protect our soft internal organs. First, skull, which protect the brain. Second, rib cage, which protect the heart and the lungs. Third, backbone, which protect the spinal cord. The skeletal system allow the movement of the different body parts. Many bones in our body are hollow and they are filled with jelly-like substance called bone marrow. Blood cells are produced in the bone marrow. What is a cartilage? A tough elastic tissue that holds the bone together at the joint. Without the cartilage, the bone would rub against each other and wear out. Nose and ears have cartilage too. You can see this diagram. This is the center part of this joint is a cartilage and this tissue is known as the ligaments and this is the white color bone. A typical joint: muscles, ligaments, cartilage and tendons. What are joints? First, ball and socket joint. Allow movement in many directions. Ball-shaped end of the bone fits into the cup-shaped end of the other bone. Example: shoulder, shoulder joint and hip joint. Second, hinge joint. What are the function of the hinge joint? Only allow back and forth movement. Work like the hinge of a door. Examples: knee, elbow, finger toe. Pivot joint. Allow you to move your head up, down and sideways. Found between the head and first vertebrae of our backbone. Gliding joint. Allows the bone to slide against each other as the gliding motion. Found between bone of wrist and ankle. This is our hip bone. You can see the cup-shaped. It is a cup-shaped end. It is the hip bone or the ball and socket joint. Hinge joint which is present in our knee. Pivot joint which is present in our neck. Gliding joint which is present in our hand. Muscles. Muscles are tissue that cover the bone. They are attached to the bones with the help of the special tissue called tendons. Both the muscles and bone work together to make movement possible. There are three types of muscles: skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle and smooth muscle. Cardiac muscle and smooth muscle are inflammatory muscles and skeletal muscle are inflammatory muscle. Skeletal system helps in movement. We can control our muscle directly. Example: muscle in arm and leg. Cardiac muscle. We do not have any control over the type of muscle. Example: muscle in the heart. Smooth muscle, we do not have any control over the type of a muscle either. Example, muscle in the digestive system. Thank you guys for watching it, and I have to show you something. Go and subscribe to my channel and click on the like button like this, and click on the bell icon to get all the notification, and click on the like button. And I have made many videos in my channel. There are many playlists also, so you can check it out. And this all the videos that I make is for class 5. Thank you guys. Bye bye.